Nancy Pelosi came out today and stated that Donald Trump is going to go through the impeachment process. Anybody that's been watching should be aware that the Congress will approve this impeachment process, as the Congress has the ability to take the vote and with that vote move it forward to the Senate. It will be at the point in time when the Senate says that they will not impeach Donald Trump because they cannot find the adequate evidence between first-hand crime and the president himself to issue a relationship to actually impeach Donald Trump. When that time starts coming upon us, we're going to see something unique happen, and the Democrats have already laid it out for us. And if you've missed it, it's not because you weren't looking for it, it's because they haven't found it yet. They're going to have another impeachment. They're going to have the process come right down the back door behind them. And it's very important for them to clean up this process here so the next process of impeachment doesn't cloud this process of impeachment. They need to make sure that this one moves forward and it's separate and not equal to the next one. Because the Democrats are fully prepared to lose this in the Senate. And my opinion is that when it does get to the Senate and the Senate does choose to not impeach Donald Trump, it's going to cause a problem not for Donald Trump, okay? Because Donald Trump is who he says he is, and he's always been that person. And we were all there and we witnessed him on the campaign trail call for Russia to help him out. And when he was in the White House and he gave that press speech to Fox News and he said he didn't think it was a problem if other countries helped out if they wanted to. And when he was on the White House lawn and he said, well, if China and Ukraine want to help out, then that's fine too. Lost my train of thought there. But the way I imagine and the way I envision is that they come out with another impeachment afterwards. And what it does is it destroys the Senate. It destroys Mitch McConnell. It destroys all the Republicans and the talking points for the Republicans, which pushes down the likability of the Republican Senate, which pushes down the electability in 2020. And like I said before, I think that what will really happen out of this, and it would be a blessing to our country, to be honest with you. It is about time that democracy, what has lived in darkness for so long, that has been the outreach of the people that have been the highly powerful, the elite, the superfluous people that can never be charged of a crime, can never be found guilty for what they do, that they have a recognition come upon their plate, and that Donald Trump will get elected as president because there's no one else to go against him that has the ability to show the American people that they have done as much as he has done. And we will lose the Senate and it will go Democratic, and we will not get back to Congress, not in the slightest way, shape, or form. And without a Congress or a Senate, and being both Democratic, they can push so many bills at him. And they can push one bill after another bill after another bill after another bill, and then they can railroad these impeachments. Because if you really look at the number of things that Donald Trump has out there right now, you have 4 or 5 different impeachment processes that they could get him on. They could get him on trying to hide his taxes in order to evade from taxes because he committed fraud in relationship to his companies and how much he actually claimed that they're worth because he was running 2 books. They can do all sorts of things. They can get down to, did you charge a steel tax to increase the rate of steel because you bought into steel early, so that way the people that were making the wall, that were your own benefactors, that made a bid on the wall, could buy the steel early and then charge the government 25% more for said steel because of what's going on with the wall. All of these things they can bring forward one after another. And so, in my opinion, he'll make it back as the presidency, and he'll be there for a total of 3 years, and he'll be completely destroyed. It won't be because he's destroyed as an embodiment of who he is. It will just be a destruction of our government altogether. This idea, this empirical idea of democracy in the dark has not worked. It hasn't worked for anyone. And until it works, it needs to be broken. And that's the reason why it's the revelation. And every part of the revelation up to this time has come to fruition. So it is time for the next part of the fruition to come forward. 7 nations need to attack our nation. They need to take arms up against our people. The child needs to come forward on the white horse. All of the things that are said need to occur. And we've got approximately 4 years left in the 7-year war. So God bless God. And always keep praying, because no matter what your faith is, God doesn't have a faith. God is the creator.